Once in a while, I find extensions for SAP Business Intelligence Suite, Lumira and specifically, that are more than interesting. And I'd like to share them with you. Today, we are going to look at an extension called Visual Crossing, which focuses on geospatial representation of data. My name is Iver van der Zand, SAP Belux Analytics. The extensions that I'm going to show you can be downloaded in trial mode from the Visual Crossing website, and it also comes with a very good explanation, tutorial, and even two data sets. One of the data sets you find on the screen right now, where we have time, we have customer name, and the latitude and longitude for the customer. We have an address, we have two metrics, profit and sales, and we have store location with store longitude and latitude. The second data set is slightly simpler, which shows customer long lats and customer ID, first and last name of the customer, regions, again, two metrics, profit and sales, store names with the longitude and latitude information. One of the things that is to be mentioned is the following, and that is not in the manual of Visual Crossing, is that the moment you have imported the sample data, you have not only to change the display settings for the long lat on 5, so to give the necessary detail. So we place that from 2 to 5, but way more important, you have to convert the numeric type into a text type. Yeah, if you use long lat in the rows area, dimension area, it will not work as a numeric, so you have to convert it to text. Well, let's have a look over here. I made a very simple analysis where we see profit and loss for customer name with the long lat of the customer, the store indicator and the store name. So it exactly tells the profit and loss for the stores and what the individual's customer spent over there. And if I tick to the visualization, the extension, again, you can easily download and install that extension. The following result will appear on your screen. As you can see, the extension is not particularly very quick, but it is absolutely impressive. Let's have a look. If I hover, you can see with these bigger indicators, with the donut-like indicators, I have my store information with the measures plotted in there. The smaller bullets are the customer names that are indicated over here. Of course, I can zoom, I can make various selections, and over here I have a button to show the legend. It is pre-formatted by Visual Crossing, but you can change that quite easily. In my definition, as you see it right now, I have 3 layers. The OSM, OpenStreetMap layer that you see over here on the bottom, indicating the countries. I have a layer for the stores, the store layer indicated over here. And I have, of course, the customer layer. Well, the extension itself is extremely powerful. It has ridiculous a lot of options, which I can open ticking this arrow button over here. If I open that window, you see I have different options, the different layers over here. I have search criteria. I have extended filtering, which we will have a look later on with polygons, for example. I have filters applied, and I can add my own locations. If we go back and slightly adjust this one, for example, if I go to the store name layer, I can open the layer and I can tick the details, for example. Over here you can see the details, untick it. And I can do a whole lot of formatting. Yeah. And for example, if I tick the formatting option, and over here you can see the various formatting settings I can change. If I tick individual points over here, I can change the points to, for example, this one. and make it this symbol and make it a bit bigger. And over here, or even a big, yeah, I can do sliders. I can change the opacity. Well, I hope it gives you an impression you can really add a lot, maybe too much, but anyway, it's very customizable. And if I close this, it is being applied. I can also change the name of the layer, saying store layer demo. And over here, as you can see, I've now worked on formatting the individual points. I can also have a look at the partitions, for example, which gives this look. I just select a few of them just to give you an idea on the amazing number of options that you have over here. I untick it again. I can do heat maps, these kind of heat maps. Yeah, but let us go back to the individual points that we just selected. If I take the matrix itself, you can see that I can adjust almost anything over there, including color codes, for example. Point color, I can change those and make this in other colors. Again, it's almost too much. It's really impressive what you can do over here in terms of customization. It works also very easily. You can size with metrics. Well, again, over here you see all the different options that you have. We can also change the pop-up label. As you can see, there are over here two, I would say, variables. The row summary and all metrics. There's different codings available with visual crossing to add any other settings over here. And I can change, for example, the size a bit, change the fonts, trebuchet, and even in the advanced section, you can even change more of those settings. It's really impressive. And over here you can see the results of the pop-up label. If I now go back to the graph, you can see the different add-on things that I just created. Another powerful option is the area analysis. So I will now show you analysis of our stores to determine the area around them for which their customers are pooled. And to begin to do so, I'll tick again the option menu, and I tick this element over here, please location info, and I'm going to over here select a location to add. And I could, for example, say, well, let's tick, well, let us select, let me pick Mughal Park, and I OK that. And the next step is that I open those options, create the target trade area. I could, for example, say a target value of 300. OK that. I could also say the following. If I edit the customer layer, I can say, well, I want this to be part of the store layer. I'll OK that, and then I need to select the layer that has the client locations, and let's have a look at sales figure, and it now calculates again the element. Let me go back to the element where we started, Mughal Park. I'm now calculating, and now you see exactly over here, if I zoom in, the area applicable automatically defined for me with all the customers in a radius of 5 kilometers and with a 80% trade-off that are selected. So this is very, very powerful technique. There are other trade areas available, including drive time, driving distance, and even Vonovoy. So there's so much to tell about it that I don't have time to do that all now, but just to give you an idea. And again, the manuals accompanying the dataset are very powerful. Let's have a look at another analysis. Over here, I have a data set with sales, customer name, the location of the customer, and the date. And if I bring that into the visual crossing analysis, it will give me the following result. Over here is my result, and as you can see, I can have automatically adjustable animation. So if I tick the animate button, you exactly see how the sales per customer are being built up through the time. So over here you see it working. It's now split per month, and you can exactly see it building up. Again, you can all adjust it, and it's repeating in a loop. But it's a very clear and powerful way of analyzing your data. Again, visual crossing application. Filtering can be done in various ways. So if I open the selection button over here, you see the polygon, and you see I can have various, I can first of all need to explain how I would like to filter. Let's use customer name. I want to have everything within the polygon, and within I could entirely within, or centroid, or within, or touches. Well, let's tick entirely within. And as you can see, I just need to click the various points. Say I wanted to have it like this. Yeah. Or if I double click, I've now the full selection. Very interesting is that I can make a second selection and do it all over again. Now choose this option, and I say I want to have it like that. And as you can see already on the screen over here, what I haven't seen before is that you can compare these selections with just one click. And again, this is very, very impressive. I'm going to study the extension in detail later on. I just wanted to give you a small impression what can be done with this. Last example that I'd like to share with you is the following. I have listed down the following dataset: profit and losses matrix, Kaiser or city, store name, and the store long lat. Put that in a simple cross tab to make it clear and easy for you. If I convert that to the visual crossing extension, it gives me this result. You see the different areas, the city areas over here as base layer, and the individual stores are plotted. If I zoom in a bit, you can see it better. And let us now show you how the selection marker could work. So I tick this element and over here, and I say, well, I'd like to being able to select on Kaiser or city area. So what I can do right now is I can tick a store point, just drag and drop a circle, and you will see that it now makes that select. Let me make it a bit bigger. Yep, so I make it like this. I can have some background information by ticking the I button, and then you can see that I have exactly in my area a calculation of the profit and sales of these 49 items. And if I now say, well, I want to compare a selection, let me create this one. I use that one, and let me just make a selection over here. And here you can perfectly see the number of stores included. I can, in the comparison selection, exactly see the comparison between the two areas and even the overlap that is there. And again, this is extremely powerful information. and features and functionality that I have never seen before. Hope you enjoyed the demo. I definitely recommend you to download the trial version. On this page you will also find the installation guide and the manuals and all that stuff, which you can also get at their website, and have a look on it for yourself. I'm going to further study the extension too, and if there's time I make an additional more detailed video. Thanks for your attention.